The bell rang, echoing through the crowded halls of Westview High like a battle horn. Kids poured out of classrooms, laughing, shouting, phones up recording TikToks, sneakers squeaking on the floor. The cafeteria was already packed, smell of pizza grease, fries, and loud energy everywhere. Then she walked in. Jayla Matthews, 17, fresh transfer from Atlanta. Quiet eyes, smooth braids, Air Forces, spotless like she stepped out of a music video. But she didn't say much, just moved like she'd seen worse things in high school drama. A few heads turned when she got in line. Some girls whispered, "Who's she?" One of them, Courtney, fake smiled and said loud enough for half the room to hear, "Guess we got a new Barbie doll in the hood section." Jayla didn't even blink. Just paid for her food, grabbed her tray, and found a seat by herself near the back. The unwritten no-go zone, where loners sat. Then came Tyler, tall, white, Letterman jacket, football captain, self-proclaimed king of Westview. The dude thought he owned the place and everyone in it. He strutted up with his crew, all loud, laughing, ready to show off. "Yo, who let the quiet chick take my table?" he said, grin wide, voice carrying across the cafeteria. Jayla looked up, calm, unbothered. "Didn't see your name on it," she said, voice low but sharp. His friends went, "Ooh, ooh," like it was a rap battle. Tyler smirked, embarrassed. "Oh, she talking tough now?" "Nah, see, that's my table, sweetheart. You can take your little tray and..." He reached for her food tray, trying to snatch it away. Before his hand even touched it, Jayla's gaze cut through him. "Don't." That one word hit him harder than a slap. For a second, even he hesitated, but his ego, too big. He smirked and leaned closer. "Or what? You gonna stop me?" She didn't move. Just picked up her fork and said, "Try me." The whole cafeteria went quiet. Someone pulled out a phone. Snapchat, Instagram Live, new girl versus Tyler cafeteria fight? The tension got thick enough to cut with a butter knife. Then the bell rang again, saving his pride for the moment. Tyler backed off with a fake laugh. "You lucky I got practice," he muttered, walking away. But his eyes said it all. It wasn't over. As Jayla sat back down, a few kids nodded at her, quiet respect, but she didn't need approval. She'd learned long ago. Talk less, move smart, never start trouble. But finish it if it came her way. Word spread faster than wildfire. By third period, everybody knew about the new black girl who punked Tyler in the cafeteria. By lunch the next day, Jayla could feel it, eyes on her from every direction, whispers, phones up. The kind of fake quiet that means something's about to go down. She sighed, unbothered, sliding her headphones around her neck and heading to grab her tray. Her playlist still bumping low, some Summer Walker track humming under the noise. But she caught the reflection in the lunch counter glass. Tyler and his two goons, Chris and Nate, standing by the milk machine like they owned the air she breathed. He waited till she sat down before walking up again, smile wide but eyes cold. "Heard you got a mouth on you, Matthews." Jayla looked up, bored. "You still mad about yesterday? Thought you had practice." The crowd started forming again, phones out. That was Westview. Drama was currency. Tyler leaned closer, lowering his voice. "You embarrassed me in front of half the school, girl." "Nobody does that." Jayla calmly unwrapped her sandwich. "Then stop making yourself easy to embarrass." That line hit him deep. The crowd gasped. Tyler's smirk dropped, replaced by pure anger. He slammed his hand on the table, making the tray jump. "You think you tough? You ain't nothing special. You just some charity case they shipped here from the hood." For a split second, something flickered in Jayla's eyes. Not fear, just that quiet kind of pain you hide deep down. She stood up slow, standing toe-to-toe with him. "Watch your mouth." "Or what? You gonna hit me?" he mocked. The cafeteria fell dead silent. Even the lunch lady froze mid-scoop. Jayla stepped closer, voice calm but deadly clear. "I don't start fights, Tyler, but I don't lose them either." That's when he grabbed her arm, hard. The crowd screamed. One girl shouted, "Yo, chill!" Another yelled, "He grabbing her!" Tyler's grip tightened, twisting her wrist back. He wanted to prove a point, to humiliate her, make her cry. "Say you're sorry," he sneered, pulling harder. Say it, new girl. Jayla didn't scream, didn't flinch. Her eyes went cold, like someone flipped a switch. Then, in one quick move, so fast the phones barely caught it, she twisted his wrist instead. A sharp pop echoed. Tyler dropped to one knee, face twisted in pain. You crazy, let go. Jayla didn't move, just stared him down as his friends froze. I told you, she said, voice low. Don't touch me. The crowd went nuts. Phones flew up. Everyone shouting. Some cheering, others shocked. Tyler stumbled back, holding his arm, humiliated, again. The assistant principal came running through the doors. What is going on here? Everyone scattered like roaches. Tyler tried to speak first. She attacked me. But 5 phones were already streaming proof otherwise. The videos told the truth. He grabbed her first. Jayla didn't argue. She just crossed her arms and said, check the cameras. The principal, tight-lipped and sweating, told both of them to come with her to the office. As they walked out, Tyler shot her a glare. You gonna regret that. Jayla looked back, cool as ice. Already did. That's why I moved here. That line? It stuck with him, made him pause, confused. Something about her tone said she'd been through way worse than him. The cafeteria buzzed for hours after they left. By the end of the day, Jayla's name was trending on TikTok under hashtag dome #T mess with JAYLA. But while everyone was hyped, Jayla wasn't. She sat by her locker after school, headphones back on, quiet tears hiding behind the beat. She didn't like attention, she just wanted peace. That night she wrote in her journal, they see a fight. I see a test. I promised Mama I'd stay out of trouble. But trouble keeps finding me. Next morning, the whole school felt different. Jayla walked through those front doors and you could feel it, whispers sliding through the halls like smoke. That's her, the girl who dropped Tyler. He cried, bro, like actually cried. She twisted his arm like some ninja. Kayla just kept walking, hoodie up, AirPods in, pretending the world didn't exist. But deep down, our stomach was tight. She hated the spotlight. She'd had enough of that back in Atlanta. By 4th period, she was called to the principal's office again. Principal Gomez sat behind his desk, hands clasped, doing that stern adult face. Tyler was there too, arm wrapped in a brace, fake innocent look plastered on. Jayla, Gomez started, we've reviewed the footage. You were defending yourself. However, violence isn't tolerated here. Jayla nodded. Understood. Tyler smirked. So she just gets off, huh? That's how it is now? Gomez cut him a look. Mr. Brooks, you laid hands on a student first. You're lucky you're not suspended longer. Tyler's jaw tightened. Whatever, man. When they both walked out, Jayla could feel his glare burning through her back. That night, his anger boiled over. His ego couldn't take it. A girl made him look weak. So he planned payback. The next day after school, Jayla was heading out the side doors when she heard footsteps behind her. She turned Tyler and his 2 buddies. Ain't nowhere to run now, tough girl. Tyler sneered, cracking his knuckles. Jayla sighed, backpack still on. Didn't you learn the first time? Chris laughed. You ain't got your fan club here now. They circled her, phones already recording again. Someone had tipped them off, wanting another show. Tyler lunged. Jayla sidestepped clean, dropped her backpack and spun. A sharp block, a quick twist. She wasn't showing off, just moving like someone who trained for survival. Tyler swung again, wild, angry, and she ducked, catching his arm mid-swing, spinning him to the ground. Bam. He hit the pavement hard. Everyone watching froze. Even his friends didn't move. Tyler groaned, clutching his shoulder. You crazy? Jayla stepped back, breathing steady. I told you. Don't touch me, ever. That should have been it. But then, headlights. A car. Pulled up fast, music blasting. Out stepped Officer Daniels, school cop, ex-Marine, the kind of guy who didn't miss much. What's going on here? He barked, phones dropped, everyone froze. Tyler jumped up, voice shaky but loud. She attacked me again. Jayla didn't even flinch. He cornered me. Daniels looked at both of them, then at the crowd. Anybody got footage? Half the crowd lifted their phones. Daniel scrolled through a few clips, jaw tightening. Then he looked at Tyler. Son, you're about 5 seconds from getting cuffed for assault. The crowd gasped. Tyler's face went pale. What? She's not even... Daniels cut him off. Enough. You ain't fooling anybody. You jumped her, and she handled herself better than you did. He turned to Jayla. You okay? Jayla nodded. Quiet. Calm. Daniel's voice softened just a bit. You got training? Jayla hesitated. My mom made me take Krav Maga, said it'd keep me safe. Daniels nodded slowly. Smart woman. He turned to the boys. You three, go home. You're suspended till further notice. Tyler's pride was crushed. The once big man on campus stood there shaking, realizing he wasn't untouchable anymore. Jayla picked up her backpack, slung it over her shoulder, and looked him in the eye one last time. You wanted to break my arm, she said softly. But all you did was break your own image. She walked off under the streetlights, the air heavy with silence. Everyone standing there knew. The new girl didn't need to prove herself anymore. She was peace, until you pushed her. And when you did, you learned the hard way what real strength looked like. By Monday morning, Westview High was buzzing. Every hallway, every group chat, every post, it was all about Jayla. Hashtag JAYLA Strong was trending locally. Clips of her flipping Tyler in the parking lot hit 1 million views overnight. Half the school called her a hero. The other half whispered like she was dangerous. Jayla didn't want either. She just wanted quiet. She kept her hoodie up, AirPods in, eyes down. But people still came up. Yo, that was crazy. You really dropped him. Girl, teach me those moves. You're like, Westview's superhero. Jayla just smiled politely, said, thanks, and kept walking. But inside, she felt that ache again. That heavy, familiar ache of always having to be strong just to survive. Meanwhile, Tyler was different too. His swagger was gone. No loud jokes, no strutting down the halls. He walked in with his arms still wrapped and eyes low, trying to ignore the stares. Kids whispered, ain't that the dude who got folded by the new girl? Bro got humbled real quick. He slammed his locker one morning, muttering, man, screw this place. Then, out of nowhere, Daniels, the school cop, appeared beside him. You done feeling sorry for yourself, son? Tyler didn't answer. Daniels crossed his arms. You remind me of me at 17, too much pride, not enough sense. You gonna keep blaming her, or you gonna figure out why you're so angry? Tyler looked away. You don't get it, man. Everyone's clowning me. Daniels nodded slowly. Yeah, well, maybe you needed that. He patted Tyler's shoulder and walked off. That one line stuck with him. Later that day, during lunch, Jayla sat outside under the bleachers, writing in her notebook again. A shadow fell across her page. She looked up. It was Tyler, alone. Jayla tensed, ready for another fight, but his face wasn't angry this time. It was tired. Look, he started, scratching the back of his neck. I ain't here to start nothing. Jayla didn't reply. He sighed. I was a jerk, I know. I don't even know why I get like that. My dad's always ridden me, saying I gotta be tough, gotta run things. Guess I've been talking that out on people who ain't deserve it. Jayla studied him, trying to tell if he was real or just talking to save face. You ever tried just not being that guy? She said softly. He laughed a little, almost embarrassed. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know who I am if I ain't him. Jayla closed her notebook. You'll figure it out, but you can't fix what you won't admit. Tyler nodded slowly. Guess I'm starting now. He extended a hand. Truce? Jayla looked at it, then shook it, firm but respectful. Truce. No crowd. No cameras. Just two kids tired of fighting battles nobody saw coming. By the end of the week, the story had flipped. The school stopped laughing and started listening. Teachers used it as a talk on bullying. The counselor started a safe talk program. And Jayla? She finally smiled for real, not because she won a fight, but because she realized she'd changed something. After school, Daniels caught her by the doors. Heard you two talked. Jayla nodded. Yeah, he's, trying, Daniels smiled. Good. Not every fight's meant to break bones, kid. Some just wake people up, Jayla grinned. Guess we both woke up then, he nodded, proud. Your man would be proud too. Her eyes softened. She used to say that every time I stood up for myself. As she walked home, sunset spilling gold across the pavement, Jayla slipped her headphones on, the city hum fading under the beat. This time, though, she wasn't hiding behind the music. She was breathing, free. Because in a world where people tried to break her spirit, she learned the truth. Real strength ain't about fighting back. It's about standing tall when the world tells you to bow. And as for Tyler, he learned that the loudest ones fall the hardest, but sometimes that's how you finally learn to stand.